we have Australia's largest range of tyre brands and sizes. Find a cheaper identical tyre locally stocked and we'll beat it. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
It's the final day of the NPL home and away season for 2017. South Melbourne hosting Kingston City. South Melbourne holding second at the moment. That's where they're likely to finish, although there is an outside chance they can still take top spot and claim the minor premiership. For Kingston, they've avoided relegation this season after coming up from NPL 2. That would have been their main objective. It's been a fine season for them, but relegation and finals out of the question for South. More to play for, unlikely to get first, but still a chance. Konstantinidis assessing that one. Been invaluable in the second half of this season. That's a good long ball forward there for Milos Lujic. It was played in front of the big striker. An opening up there early for the home side. Lujic couldn't quite get the touch he needed. Machines throw for Miller. Now Monopolis for Schroen. Schroen lines up that left foot and it's saved by Sakhizada and cleared away there by Kingston. Nice early shot by Schroen testing the keeper. Iaconis plays that one out on the right and they're pressing forward in numbers. Irwin and Nour in the middle. Opportunities for Kingston. Comes back for Sakhizada. Sakhizada left foot shot straight at Iganovich. And chances at both ends. Neither able to break through. Schroen's corner delivering opportunity. Maybe there for Konstantinidis. He got up nicely. He met the ball well. He couldn't get the header on target. Schroen looking to swing this one in. Schroen. Opportunity. Konstantinidis. It's gone through to goal. South Melbourne lead. Inside 15 minutes, they claim the lead. I think it'll be an own goal in the end. It was Konstantinidis who rose to meet it. I think it looks like it's come off Sakhizada on the way through. We'll see from the replay behind the goals. Up goes Konstantinidis. Yes, the header was probably heading just towards the upright. The keeper, Sakhizada, committed to it. He's flat-footed as the ball comes off his teammate, past him into the back of the net. Pavlu. Now at Bafano. Plays that one forward. Opportunity now for Milos Lujic. Trying to shake off his defender. Lujic turns onto the right foot, puts the shot at Sakhizada, and it remains 1-0. Schroen delivers, dealt with for the moment. Konstantinidis will look to send it back. Uses Fashini. Fashini's cross finds its way through to Monopolis! And Lee Monopolis hits an absolute rocket that looked goal-bound straight off the boot, but for Sakhizada, who read it nicely and made an excellent save. Well, Lee Monopolis, he hit that about as well as he could have hoped for. Excellent shot, equally excellent save. Great football all round. Now looking to get something on the counter-attack, and there's some space for Sammy Nour as he shakes off his man. Still going here, Nour. He's through one-on-one with the keeper, but his shot disappointing. Went from range, probably could have taken another touch there, Sammy Nour. The 1-2 played effectively to Iaconis. Iaconis with the right foot shot. Iaconis smashes it into the back of the net. What a comeback by Kingston. Iaconis putting in his nomination for goal of the season. Smashed that past Iganovich, and that has stunned the South Melbourne crowd. Well, Iaconis confident straight towards goal there. Knew exactly what he wanted to do. Right foot, top corner, picked that out. See the angle from behind the goal here. Absolutely launched it. Didn't have much space to work with. A tiny little gap between the near post and Iganovich, and that is a beautiful finish. Well, Kingston, the cross is very, very high. It'll sit down for Sammy Nour. And as we close in on half-time, Kingston, could they take an unlikely lead here? The ball played in and dealt with for the moment, but not completely, as the shot is deflected wide of the upright. And all of a sudden, the momentum in this game is shifted completely. Iaconis delivers that one. And it might set up okay here. Epifano looks for his right, turns to his left. Epifano coming through. Epifano's shot is saved by Sakhizada, and from one end to another, neither side able to break the deadlock. Schroen's corner comes towards his man Matthew Miller, and the header goes over the bar. And as news filtering in from other grounds, the Heidelberg is trailing South Melbourne. A goal could put them on top of the table. That one's up and deflected down by Adams, but it's going to sit up here nicely for Konstantinidis, who comes forward. Bit of an ordinary touch there by Konstantinidis, but it's okay for Sammy Nour, who's put it into the back of the net, and all of a sudden Kingston have taken the lead. South Melbourne stunned here. They were looking for a goal to go back on top of the table, but you see Konstantinidis, I thought his initial touch he got it wrong, but he goes around Bradley Norton. Too much time there for Sammy Nour to pounce on the loose one and put that into the bottom corner. And Kingston, well, they're just taking their chances better at the moment. A lot of space for Konstantinidis, plenty of time for him to put that touch over there. Sammy Nour, he knew exactly what he wanted to do, just smashed it straight into the empty net. One on the right. And some urgency now from South Melbourne, who find themselves behind the unlikely situation in this game. Still an opportunity if they're able to come back, maybe for that top spot, which seems so unlikely at the start of the day as Matthew Miller charging forward. Can't reach that one, but Schroen can! And Schroen off the upright, bouncing clear back to Miller. Unbelievable. I think everybody thought Marcus Schroen had scored there, including Sakhizada in goals. He saw an opportunity, saw some space, hit it almost perfectly, very sweetly off the boot, and to the relief of Sakhizada and Kingston, it smashed into the upright and bounced clear. Norton's cross, a chance there for Milos Lujic, and he can't direct his header on target. And South Melbourne, the chances are piling up. They have to break through soon here if they're going to swing the momentum. Kingston away on the counter-attack, and this is where they've looked dangerous a few times today. Sammy Nour's going to latch on to the end of it. He's got a couple of men building for him, Nour. Goes around Norton. Sammy Nour with the shot, deflected by Raganovic, away by Foschini. And South Melbourne stay in touch in this game. Chances at both ends as the game really opens up. Adams chasing that one back. Whoops, that's a bit of a mistake there for Raganovic. And Luke Adams leaving his keeper, hanging him out to dry there. Raganovic, no choice really but to palm it down, but that will be an indirect free kick. And an opportunity off the underside of the crossbar and bouncing clear. It was Sakhizada with the shot. Incredible. Almost perfect, just like Schroen at the other end. I think he thought he'd scored. And this time it was South Melbourne relieved to hear the woodwork smashing. Stefan Zinni makes his way on. Off comes the skipper, Bradley Norton. CT trying to change things up. That ball's a bit loose at the moment. Foschini might be able to mop it up. But it's Kingston who come away with it. And they've got some numbers going forward here, Kingston. They've got Iaconis, Konstantinidis and Nour in there. A chance now. The shot saved by Raganovic. It'll still be there for Sammy Nour. Danger not completely passed yet. Konstantinidis in the middle. Sammy Nour tries to square it. Blocked, still there, in from Konstantinidis to Iaconis, and it is 3-1. Kingston now 3-1 up at Lakeside Stadium with just 20 minutes to play. South Melbourne, well, that might be the end of their minor premiership hopes. Unfortunately, things just aren't going their way at the moment, and credit to Kingston, some persistence here. A second effort, they just kept putting numbers in the box. Konstantinidis there took it away from the feet of Foschini, and Iaconis, well, if he scored from outside the box into the back of a very tight space, he was always going to score there. Kingston charging away here. Surely not a fourth, no, says Michael Eager, former skipper, trying to rally the troops here. And that ball played forward. Epifano, Lujic has a chance. Maybe, just maybe. Monopolis tees it up and across the face by Zinni and just wide. And that would have really swung the momentum back to South a little bit there. There's news coming in that Heidelberg are rallying against Bulleen. And that could just about cancel out South's chances anyway. Hasoli comes on, Barney Hasoli replacing Marcus Schroen as things getting desperate here for South. Foschini comes, can't get through. Konstantinidis still there. Konstantinidis, nice turn. Goes with the shot and it's an absolute corker. Well, Kristian Konstantinidis with a finish a striker could be proud of. Brings South Melbourne with a late charge back into this game. 3-2 now. Kristian Konstantinidis, lovely turn, found the space, knew exactly what he wanted to do, decided he was going to test the keeper, and when you can shoot like that, why not? Beautiful finish by Kristian Konstantinidis, and a chance here for South to make something of this game. News coming in that Heidelberg has pulled away, so the minor premiership more or less all but gone now, but South Melbourne can still salvage a draw or even a win here. Hasoli plays that one forward to Monopolis. Monopolis now, chance for Foschini. Foschini's long-range shot, and turned behind by Sakhizada. I thought for a moment he fumbled it into the back of the net. It was a nice strike there by Foschini on target, stretching the keeper here. Well, it just goes to show if you won't test the keeper, you'll definitely not score, and he nearly did there. Epifano puts that out wide. Konstantinidis getting towards last roll of the dice stuff as we tick on to the almost into the 4th minute of stoppage time. Cross played in. Adams down. Milos Lujic almost. Zardakovsky pounced on it. He could see the danger, and that might be all she wrote for South. Maybe, just maybe, a last chance here if Adams can get it in. He can't. Kingston clear their lines, and the referee brings it to a close. A disappointing final day for South in the home and away season. As results stand, they will still remain second, so when you consider where they were after 5 or 6 games, for South, they have to turn their attention to the Cup and, of course, the finals campaign now as we keep our eyes open for the fixtures.